May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly market forecast. We're going to look at gold and silver in this video. Let's take a look at gold. Gold on the monthly time frame. All right. You can see that it's still bullish. All right. And really strong. All right. And you can see that over the past 1, 2, 3 months into the current month, it's been bullish and momentum filled, right? The characteristic of this candle is very interesting to me because it hasn't closed yet. All right, we still have 16 days for it to close, but we are trading above the high of the previous month, and it came down uh, uh, with this wick here to tap the high of the month before, the previous month before, right? This is February's candle. Tap the high on that. So it removed any potential bullish fair value gap. All right. What do we have in this candle now? We can only tell by looking at the lower time frames, but this is a very interesting candle to me because it's not saying, hey, there's more structure in place for you to go higher. All right. This was a sell before a stronger buy. And you can see that once it started to close above this sell to buy, that it just pushed harder. Now, if we go to the weekly, what you can see in that push up is this bullish fair value gap, this bullish weekly fair value gap here. And I pointed this out last week, and I mentioned that where's my thing? There you go. All right, I mentioned that uh, uh, price could come down and use this fair value gap here to tap into and push higher for uh, a new all-time high, and that's exactly what it did. That's because that's not hard to do. You look where the market is leaving these displacements. All right, when price displaces above a pullback or a sell and then creates a stronger buy, you look for the displacement of price, that fair value gap to form, so that price can give you an idea. This Just looking at those fair value gaps, you can kind of gauge what the order flow is, and you're looking for buys, and you look at these fair value gaps that form as structure that supports higher prices. Got it? So we pushed higher. What are you doing? We pushed higher here. And you see last week's candle has a strong close above the previous weekly high. This candle completely enveloped the previous candle, both high and low, and the previous candle before that and the one before that. It came down, swept those lows, and then traded through the highs. So this indicates that high close indicates that there are probably higher prices to come. And if we go to the daily, you can see that in that push higher, 1, 2, 3 days of bullish price action caused a market structure shift, all right, to the upside here, right there. All right, market structure shift is a bullish. This is a bullish one. Yeah. Boom. And we had a strong close above. This is a sell before a stronger buy. And this is an area of fair value. That's what I look for. So when price moves away from it, I wait for a price to return to that area of fair value, because the market likes to offer fair value, or it seeks liquidity. One or the other. If it's not doing one, it's doing the other. In this case, it's we're going to see how it reacts once it gets here. All right, because if it runs through it, then we know that it is seeking liquidity. All right, If it respects it, now we have an this is the ERL, which is the external range liquidity, which it sought. And now we look for an internal move to internal range liquidity, ERL to IRL, which is fair value gaps in order blocks. Here we go. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for price this week to touch back down and use this fair value gap, this bullish fair value gap, to seek higher prices. Yeah. Yeah. Now, should it disrespect this fair value gap, then I'm looking to see how it does so. And how I check it is with, does it leave behind bearish fair value gaps when it's doing this? Because then it will use the bearish fair value gap in order to go and seek that low for sell side liquidity. All right, we'll cover that when it comes to it now. But that's what I'm looking for in gold. Gold is strong, remains strong, and I'm looking for buys. Now, looking at silver, silver's a little different deal. Let's go to the weekly. What you can see is that the market has been kind of rangy, all right between here, all right. And what it did was it came all the way down and swept all of these lows for that sell side liquidity, excuse me, all right. And you see how last week closed very, very bullish, and the people in the markets, investors, are putting their money back into this precious metal, right, as a safe haven, right, because of times of uncertainty, tariffs and all, everything's going nuts. So we see this big surge last week. Nice high close, hardly any wick left, but it closed into and formed a bearish fair value gap. Are we going to see lower prices from here? We could, but it depends on, is there any structure in that candle that supports higher prices, or are we going to respect this bearish fair value gap? This is external range liquidity. We got that. Now price seeks internal range liquidity. We are here. Are we going to respect that internal range liquidity and seek external range liquidity? This is a long way for it to travel in order for it to go right back down. That would be a little odd for me. I'm thinking that we'll come down somewhere inside this candle. We'll find structure for that supports higher prices. Now, what do we got on the daily time frame? This very well could turn into a bullish fair value gap. All right, this is the new candle for the week. All right, that hasn't formed yet, but we're going to keep our eye out for it as Monday comes and goes. Okay, but outside of that, we don't have any structure in place. No bullish fair value gaps as of yet on the daily. Okay, but doesn't mean that we won't develop. But this weekly fair value gap, we have our first touch here. All right, this candle can turn around and flip back to white and then give us a bearish one, and we'll see what happens after that. But we're going to watch. We're going to sit and be patient. We're not going to jump into anything. If we go to the 4-hour, now we see there's a 4-hour fair value gap that's developed here. If price respects the bullish fair value gap, this bearish candle will turn bullish and go deeper and maybe take out that high into this the higher time frame bearish fair value gap. All right, and then we could see it round over. We're going to see if it respects it. If price doesn't respect that fair value gap, I'll be looking for a close below it, and then I will look for the nature of how it closed. I'm looking for that candle, whatever candle it is. If it closes below that, I'll be looking for bearish fair value gaps within that candle. so that if there's a bearish fair value gap and price goes beyond it and pulls back, then I'm looking for bearish fair value gaps for price to use to seek lower liquidity. Now, this is what I want to tell you. Do not, I repeat, do not trade both gold and silver. Trade one or the other. I would be trading gold for longs. Okay. I would be trading silver for shorts. I'm not going to trade them both in the same direction. One is weaker. The, uh, Look at silver and look at the structure and say to yourself, does this looks like it's going this way or is it going this way? You know, if you have arguments for either side, step back until it clarifies. But with gold, come on, man. With gold, it seems very simple to me. That's all I'm going to say on that subject. That seems very simple. It's very obvious which way that one's going. Silver, this looks more bearish. The structure of it looks bearish. But it just completed a sweep for buy side liquidity, a major lows here, major lows here. So there could be some structure here. Could be some movement where price respects and continues higher. You know, respects the low here. As long as that low is in there, uh, you know, it's hard to say, "Ooh, I'm going to turn bearish on it." If we get what do you call it, a bearish market structure shift, then maybe I'll consider shorts. But we got to see how it reacts first to contact with this bearish fair value gap on the weekly. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like, and I'll put out some more, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.